Hey everybody, welcome to Community Conversations, where we're talking about how culture drives business. My name is Alex Williams. I am the community manager here at Procore, along with my colleague and friend, Elvie Hansen, who's the director of culture strategy. And we are exploring visual tools that help create culture. Let's dive right in.
Visual tools shape language, and language creates culture. The tool we're looking at today, Alex, is called the 5 Circles of Influence. And as the tool pops up on the screen for you, I want you to think about and consider what jumps out to you most when you see the 5 Circles of Influence. What words stand out to you? What shapes and maybe the meaning that you derive from the imagery? This is a tool that offers a leadership target. It gives you a journey. It gives me a journey on how we can maximize influence. And you can see the starting point. It's self. This tool works inside out. It's like the oxygen mask in a plane moment. When the air gets thin and the oxygen masks fall, who do you put the mask on first? You, me. We focus on our capacity to be able to make sure that we have everything we need and everything that we can possibly dream of to be able to impact and influence those we care about, those we seek and hope to lead eventually. I can't give what I don't have. You can't give what you don't have. Our capacity for self-care and for personal growth determines the roadmap and the runway that we have to be able to broaden that ripple effect of influence. If I care for myself well, and if I'm in a state of health, I have the most to offer my family. And with a strong family, I've got a foundation to be able to impact my team, which then impacts the organization and the community. We're incentivized to focus on the outside. We're incentivized to take our energy and put it towards team and organization. It's where we're paid. And I wish it worked that way. The problem with that is that wherever we start, at best, our influence ripples from there. So if I start with team and organization, at best, I'm going to be able to maximize impact around the community. And what happens from an accidental standpoint is that I neglect my family and myself. And at that point, it's a house of cards. I'm just hoping today's not the day that things go sideways. We suggest and hope that this is a tool that offers you and I and us a great opportunity to be able to be intentional with how we lead. First with ourselves, then our family, then our team, our organization, and our community. So as we take one more look at the 5 Circles of Influence, the question is, what is most applicable for you? You're investing time watching this. Don't let this be a moment that passes without being able to take something to create change. So maybe a question to help is, what do you need right now to help maximize self-care and personal development or personal growth? Focusing there intentionally creates the best opportunity to maximize the influence to all 5 circles. We're here with Wyatt Jenkins, SVP of Product here at Procore. Wyatt, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thanks for making time. We're talking about 5 circles of influence, and Wyatt, we wanted to get your personal take on this. How has the 5 circles of influence most impacted you? What's a personal tone or reflection that you have when you think of the 5 circles of influence?
The 5 circles of influence start with the center, which is myself. And to the extent I can have clarity of thought and have space for others, I'm able to extend my influence. And as I've gotten older and gotten better at it, I feel like I can extend my influence further and further the deeper and deeper I go within myself. And so I've learned a lot of techniques. For me, it's about diet. It's about getting a full night's sleep. It's about meditation. It's about cycling. All this stuff I do. It's interesting. Like I'll go home and I need to go ride my bike for a few hours. I'll say that, and it's counterintuitive because my wife, be here with the family. And I'm like, well, if I do this thing and I ride my bike for a few hours and I exercise and I get really clear, I'll be so much more present and available to my family because I've got that headspace now, and I've worked through all the nonsense I got to work through. And
I love it. You talked about cycling. You talked about getting good night's sleep. You talked about diet. What other variables have you found to be most important for you to lead yourself well as a starting point to be able to ripple out and have greater impact and greater influence?
Being able to connect with the emotions I'm having in the moment. I used to bury emotions, or I used to fake emotions, and I've gotten better as I've become a better leader at just naming whatever it is I'm feeling, and then just, if I'm pissed off, I'll be like, I'm angry, and then So, okay, cool, that's done. And now that I've said that I'm angry, we can move on and have a relationship or have a communication. Or like, I'm jealous, or I'm frustrated. Like, I'll just, whatever the feeling is I have, I'll just be like, this is how I'm feeling. And I used to like act like, I used to think that it's so funny. I used to think that all the best leaders were so calm and cool. And then I realized I'm who I am. And sometimes I feel pissed off. And sometimes I feel not calm and cool at all, but like animated and excited. And instead of trying to be like something else or some vision I have of what leadership is, I realized I'll just be what I feel. But the feelings are ephemeral, and so if I just name the feeling, then usually I could be like, okay, that happened, and then the feeling goes away, and then we're back to normal. So,
what I love about that is you're highlighting on this tool the words intentional versus accidental. Intentional is calling to reality and admitting what really is as a starting point. Accidental is trying to avoid it or ignore it or move into the spaces that I quote should be. M. Scott Peck says, mental health is the commitment to reality at all costs. Really good insight. So,
ooh, I like that one. I'm gonna steal that one.
Do it. Take it. Wyatt Jenkins, SVP of Product, talking about 5 circles of influence. Thanks for your time, for personalizing this and offering your own glimpse and insight into this visual tool. So thank you.
Right on. Thanks, LV.